This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it is just about 6:53. Let's get you ready to take on your Monday here in the morning sprint.
Spokane is looking to crack down on public drug use. City Charles has the details on a proposed drug ordinance and public hearing on it.
Mark Peterson is telling us above average temperatures will continue today.
But we begin with breaking news of a house fire this morning. It started in the 4 o'clock hour. Firefighters tell us that house fire in the 2900 block of West 17th is out. That is in the Grandview Thorpe neighborhood south of I-90 near the Finch Arboretum and Grandview Park. They say they have not found or did not find anybody inside at the time. They are investigating, and that some power lines caused issues and likely contributed to the fire. We'll continue updating this story as we learn more.
And some breaking news out of Whitman County this morning. An 80-year-old Pullman man died in a car crash yesterday evening 5 miles south of Uniontown. Munir Daoud was driving north on Highway 195 just after 7 o'clock when he veered across the southbound lane and went off a steep embankment. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
A Cheney family is grieving the loss of their son, Braden Bame, a student at Cheney High School. He died after getting hurt during PE class. What took place on the school's campus was a tragedy, and Cheney's fire chief says they were called to the school following reports of an eye problem, found the student unconscious. This accident happened Thursday between 1 and 2 in the afternoon. Parents, though, of other students were not notified of anything until almost 24 hours later. When 4 News Now reached out to the school district earlier, we were told they didn't say anything because they were waiting until they had connected with Braden's family to send out information about his death. You can read the full story right now on KXLY.com.
And a controlled substance ordinance is in the works to crack down on drug use and drug possession in Spokane. City council members are previewing the ordinance at a public safety and community health committee meeting this afternoon. This comes after Washington lawmakers failed to pass a drug possession bill last week. If approved today, the emergency ordinance will make it a misdemeanor to knowingly carry a controlled substance. It would also prohibit using those drugs in a public place, and it would make it a crime for anyone under the age of 21 to be carrying up to 40 grams of marijuana. If approved, all violations except marijuana possession become a gross misdemeanor on July 1st when the current state law on drug possession expires. At 6 o'clock tonight, City Council will have a first reading of the ordinance and a final vote will take place on May 8th. People who have concerns or ideas to share about the ordinance have an opportunity to speak for up to 3 minutes at tonight's meeting. You need to sign up within an hour before the meeting starts at 6 o'clock. And you can find this full story right now on KXLY.com.
Good morning, everyone. In our first alert weather, we are tracking clouds that are going to be inbound. Mild temperatures. I mean, we're above average, looking for low 70s. We do have a chance of some scattered and isolated thunderstorm activity. Looks to be after dinner for the Spokane area. As we look at what we can expect, temperatures right now into the low 50s, but over the next 12 hours, we'll warm up. 72 will be our high today.
Well, around the world this morning, the U.S. State Department says nearly 1,000 U.S. citizens have been evacuated from Sudan since fighting began in the East African nation. Thousands of foreign nationals have fled the country since rival military forces began their conflict more than 2 weeks ago. Hundreds of people have been killed, including 2 Americans.
2 Washington State Patrol officers were hurt when their marked vehicle was rear-ended on I-90 at Argonne. It happened around 1 o'clock yesterday morning. Both vehicles hit the barrier and were totaled. 2 troopers and the 19-year-old woman driving the other car were transported to the hospital. The troopers were released. The woman has been arrested for vehicular assault.
A woman suspected of causing a crash that killed 2 people walking down the road near Airway Heights will likely make her first court appearance this morning. 2 people were found dead on the side of the road Saturday night. Just before midnight, deputies were called to an area near West Trails and North Flint Roads, again, northeast of Airway Heights. The sheriff's office says 40 minutes later, a caller reported seeing a dark-colored pickup truck in a ditch. Deputies say the driver, 29-year-old Megan Skillingstad, appeared to be intoxicated. She's now in jail.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, the failing First Republic Bank seized and sold. JP Morgan Chase buying First Republic, saving it from the brink of collapse. What that means for consumers. And in Texas, a massive manhunt for the man who shot and killed 5 people, including an 8-year-old child inside their home, in what officials say may have been a neighbor dispute.
Right, it's now Bloomsday week already. The annual race is happening this Sunday, and you do still have time to register. This Thursday is the last day to get that $35 entry fee for the 7.46 mile course. It increases to $50 if you wait until Friday or Saturday. By the way, this year's charity of choice is Teen and Kid Closet. Back with weather next.